Hey, what's up, ArsenicAngel? I really liked your post. It was awesome. I like the part where you're like, hey, I really didn't believe those stories that I read about those religions because I read them too and I don't believe them at all. It really sucks. It's funny that people, millions of people have read J.K.R. Rowling or J.K. Rowling's books and nobody took them seriously like they were fact, but here they read another book that's just 2,000 years old is the only difference, which has huge credibility, and it's like the law. It's like, dude, that's what God said, and most of it doesn't make sense. You touched on Adam and Eve, and I never understood how man gives birth to woman because that never happens these days. It's never happened in the history of humanity or probably the world. But they just totally twisted it. A man and a woman came from Eden. I just like shit. Like, it just doesn't seem like man would come first, because he comes second. Woman gives birth usually to beings. That's how the tree starts. Anyways, I really wanted to repost or make a post on this in the links over there. They should have stuff Dowd 2008. He's like a great critical analyzer of religions and what they all mean. I found him because I criticized Scientology and it's like he's kind of pissed because people are just really pointing Scientology out of all of them, when in honesty Scientology is what Christianity was in 1700s. Like, scientists were burned at the stake. Galileo put under house arrest till he died, type stuff, and he's just the famous one. I'm sure other people were trying to figure out why people get sick, why people die, and they got owned for it. Because religion, it would disprove the fact that God wants you to give him money and follow his rules, so that you get into heaven afterwards. Scientists are thinking, hey, what's this right now? So that's the thing. And one of the things I want to talk about too is also that he had comments on this one called "Religion is a Parasite." It's one of his movies. He had a comment and it really struck me. It's just the fact when I really started to agree with him. Talked about how Christianity in general had like a really tight grip on society, and it was a theocracy. It was law, and for a long time its grip killed scientists. It suppressed them, it oppressed them, and it eventually started losing its grip. A couple of reasons why I could do that: being able to print on paper, newspapers, reading becomes a lot more. People just learn to read. A lot more literacy rates go up. They're not just going to believe what some lawmakers telling them and pointing to on a bill from the king. So they start to read things, and it starts to lose its grip. And as it loses its grip, people invent things or even discover things that Christianity was just way beyond religion. Vaccines, antibiotics. Eventually, it led to things like transplanting organs. And what has religion ever invented, other than the theory that it invented, say, Jesus Christ? It hasn't invented anything. It hasn't brought us anything. It's given people like guidance or morals, but here we still have all this pain and suffering. It hasn't really worked very well. And at the same time, you have people who are more into science, and they discover, I don't know, like, look at this computer you're looking at right now, like, I'm talking into a microphone type shit, like transplanting organs, nanotechnology is just insane. And I was just like, that comment really struck me as, yeah, what has religion really brought to the plate, other than, hey, when you die, you're gonna be all set. You'll be in heaven. When he dies, he's gonna be in hell because he didn't give as much money as you, because he hasn't done the same things that you've done, right? You've abided by these laws. You've bowed your head, and 1700 and before then, it was a whole different story. Religion owned not like a religion would, or like we think a religion today would. It was evil. It killed people if it didn't agree with them. Like, we would die for these YouTube videos if we were on the street saying, "Oh, Jesus didn't exist. Oh, these stories were untrue." So that's the thing. And it was really funny because like right after that really awesome comment, this guy puts, "Oh well, you know, if they didn't invent that, you know, or you know, God's the reason they invented that. How would they have invented that if God hadn't been around to create the universe to give them the power to think freely to do that? And that's when I really, really decided to set myself against organized religion, or religion in general, or everything, because here is religion losing its grip, allowing science to go about proving things that aren't real, like the world is round, like, you know, evolution, and a bunch of other things that just don't coincide with the Bible. That, you know, they turn that around and all of a sudden say, oh, but we're responsible for it anyways. Pretty sweet, huh? It's all us, because we're it. Like, this is the religion. There's no other people can believe what they want. They're the freedom to believe, but don't tell them fucking wrong. See, because like if you believe in one religion, like the others don't work for you. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's all the same God. It's pretty spectacular that a universe is here. But most of those stories, especially Zeitgeist, link is there or there. I don't know. Zeitgeist, man, like it talks about the similarities between all religions, and the Bible was just the one that got the most popular, really, when it comes down to it, and it's the one that stuck. It's pretty bad, and I just wanted to agree with you and verbalize things. Dowd, check him out. He's got a lot of really cool stuff. Bill Maher is all about religions being cults, and when you take a look at one like Scientology, and then continue to look at like Christianity and, you know, Muslim religion, and just about every single one, it is a cult. Like in every single one, it takes something from you that you wouldn't be giving otherwise, and it just gives you opinions. It gives them to you. You no longer make them. You might agree with religion's opinions. That doesn't mean the religion should embed itself in your own personality. It's a parasite, just like Dowd talks about. So, ciao, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching the cats while they're behind me. They're just going crazy. It's Paco and Iggy. Paco's a baby. He's a cutie pie, though. There's Iggy. Yeah, you see these guys. Alright, ciao.